Tonight on Si's Eyes on the Skies.
Well, hopefully you got outside and enjoyed those very nice temperatures today across most of the area. We saw some 50s, 51 in Fort Dodge, lower 40s off to the north and west there. We'll time it out, let you know if I do have some cold snaps coming up in my forecast in just a few minutes.
Plus, Sarah has your national forecast. All that and more as this Thursday, December 5th edition of Si's Eyes on the Skies starts now.
Live from Studio 171 in Ames, Iowa, the Iowa State Meteorology Department team of meteorologists brings you the latest weather from around the country and out your front door. Iowa State's longest running television program and the only live weather broadcast on campus starts right now. This is Si's Eyes on the Skies.
Welcome back to Si's Eyes. I'm now joined by Anthony. So Anthony, how's the weather been around Ames today?
It's been rather temperate out there, It's been good. Temperatures near 50 degrees today, actually. So for this time of year, pretty nice. I'd say it's a nice welcome before we struggle on our thesis on Monday, and it's going to be very cold.
Oh yeah, isn't there something going on with the weather on Monday on our thesis day?
Yeah, there's a chance for some snow,
Ooh.
So we'll watch that. It doesn't look like a huge system or anything, but like I said, today was beautiful out there. Temperatures, we hit 54 degrees here in Ames, upper 50s for most of us here across the southern portion of Iowa. 54 degrees for you in Carroll. Good evening to you in Spencer. 41 degrees is where you were today. So a very nice, comfortable day. No weather-related problems across most of the area for us all today. Temperatures right now, though, have gone down just a little bit. 40 degrees is where we sit right now in Ames. 40 degrees in Fort Dodge. We have hit that freezing mark up to the north and west there. And those cold temperatures are going to be the story as we head into next week. I'll have more on that later. Tomorrow on campus, though, a little bit colder than today. 33 degrees by the time you're waking up, or by the time you're walking around campus tomorrow, about 2 o'clock. Low 30s for most of us here across the afternoon tomorrow. But like I said, next week we have very cold air, potentially the coldest of the season working its way in. So stay tuned. I'll time that out and let you know when it's going to get in here in our area.
Thanks, Anthony. And now it's time for tonight's weather story. On this day in 1924, a powerful winter storm produced heavy precipitation across Iowa on December 3 through 5th. Northwestern corner of the state, precipitation fell as snow, but the southeast precipitation fell as rain in between. There were significant ice accumulations from freezing rain along a wide strip from Mills and Macona counties. This ice storm led to at least 200,000 miles of downwind telephone wires in Black Hawk County alone. And here's Sarah, a look at what's going on around the country.
It was a pretty calm week across the country starting off, but that's all about to change. I'll have more about that next.
Welcome back. Now here's Super Sarah with a look at what's happening around the nation.
Thanks, Jackson. And like I said before, not a ton going around the country right now. Again, pretty cold air making its way back into those average temperatures that we usually see across the country this time of the year. Hey, here in Midwest, though, we're still well above average. In Des Moines, we're at 48. Our normal for this time of the year is just around 38. Similar to Minneapolis at 34, 28 in Bismarck, so cold air across most of the Midwest. Up to the northeast, similar story, similar temperatures, 40 in New York, 23 in Montreal. Down to the southeast, though, we start to see some warmer up temperatures, but still below average for them. 66 in Miami, 61 in New Orleans, cooler in Little Rock at 59. And then out to the southwest is where we start to see those temperature gradients develop. It's 38 in Flagstaff, but 69 degrees in Phoenix. And again, out in San Francisco and the Los Angeles area, well below average, mainly due to that rain that they're seeing move in the area. And then up to the northwest, again, similar temperatures to the Midwest, those cooler temperatures making their way in for the winter season. Our satellite and radar, though, a lot calmer. Just seeing this one system out in the Denver area, bringing in some rain and some snowy conditions there. A little bit of snow up to the Minneapolis area into Wisconsin. Again, that's really not going to cause too much accumulation over the next couple of hours, but again, will build up over the weekend. Our drought monitor, however, is weakening again here in California is usually where we see that heavy drought during this time of the year, and it is still kind of hanging out there, but due to the rain that they're getting now and over the course of the next few days, that should be luckily diminishing. Down in Texas, again, seeing the most severe drought in southern Texas, pretty typical for this time of the year, but should be lessening up due to the precip that's making its way in. So right now we have this low pressure system sitting across the Midwest, making its way out, bringing some rain, should keep Iowa pretty dry and clear under high pressure. And then out to the west, we start to see this storm system make its way in, hanging out over California for quite a bit of time, bringing some heavy rain and possible snowfall into that area. Not very common at all. But again, the Midwest staying pretty dry with just a little bit of cloud cover lingering in and out the next couple of days. Our estimated snowfall, as I alluded to before, isn't anything severe. Up in Minneapolis, seeing anywhere from 1 to 2 inches, possibly a trace down in Nebraska and the northeastern portion of Iowa. But up to Canada, again, seeing heavier conditions at 2 to 3 inches for the next weekend. However, it is time to forecast for Christmas now, isn't it? Okay, so right now, although it is far out in advance, it will be 23 degrees on Christmas. If I'm right, I think I deserve a prize for that. And again, our forecast is snowy with a 100% chance of Santa appearing. Now again, San Francisco seeing that heavy rain on Friday into Saturday, 100% chance on Saturday, cooling off the conditions to 60 degrees, cooling off into next week back into the 50s, but pretty dry weather by the time we get to Wednesday and Thursday.
And now it's time for tonight's trivia question. How many people are there giving their senior thesis on Monday? Is it A, 40, B, 27, C, 16, or D, 9? We'll have that answer coming up.
Bro, it's 10.
Now let's go to Anthony with what's going on around the country, or around Iowa.
Sorry, that was my bad. I thought you were done.
Yeah, thank you, Jackson. Well, welcome to a beautiful day across Iowa today. We hit 54 degrees for most of us across the area. And you can see we're sitting at 40 degrees right now, feeling like 36 degrees out there. Not much of a wind chill. That wind chill, though, will become a factor by the time we head into next week. Are you ready to break out the thermals and the face masks again? I will have that full forecast coming up in just a little bit. Well, welcome back to Size Eyes. I'm Anthony Baglione. We had a beautiful forecast out there for most of us across the area. We hit the low 50s. Right now we're sitting at 44 degrees. Those winds, a little gusty out of the northwest, about 8 miles an hour though. But by the time we head into next week, those winds are going to pick up, and even into the next couple of days, helping to usher in some colder air. We made it, like I said, to 54 degrees in Ames here, 58 in Des Moines, 57 in Creston, upper 50s for most of us here across the southern portion of Iowa. The farther north you went, the colder it got, though, and that usually is the trend for this time of year, but we were treated to some very nice temperatures as we're heading into the winter season here. 44 degrees is where we sit right now, though, here in Ames, 40 degrees in Fort Dodge, 46 in Des Moines, and 46 down for you in Creston. That seems to be the favorite number across southern Iowa. Like I said, wind speeds right now are fairly calm here in the Ames area. The farther north and west you go, though, they do pick up either anywhere from about 15 to 20 miles an hour or so, helping to usher in some of that colder air, making it feel a little chillier out there. Our wind chill, like I said, where those heavier winds are, 21 in Spencer right now, we're seeing that wind chill in effect, 26 degrees in Mason City, and then 44 in Des Moines. So you can see a fairly sharp contrast where we have those heavier winds, those gustier conditions. We do get that colder Arctic air working its way in. The good news is, though, look at this. Most of the Midwest here across Iowa, Minnesota, we are nice and dry. Not really any huge clouds or storm systems or anything like this for us here. Just some snow off way in the top portions here of Wisconsin, potentially northern Minnesota, and then just a system way off toward the west there down near Denver with kind of a mess out there for that area. But thankfully, we are nice and dry here across the Iowa area, and that should remain the trend as we head into the next couple of days. Here's Friday as we work your way into tomorrow night. Maybe you have movie plans going out to do something for your Friday night. No real clouds, no real systems, just a fairly chilly night on tap. But like I said, as I advance this here for your Saturday, got any plans driving anywhere on Saturday, you should be just fine as we head into this weekend. So fairly nice forecast. Next week, though, is going to get very, very cold. So stay tuned. I'll talk about that here in a sec. Our forecast for tonight, though, 22 degrees. Those winds a little gusty, not bad, 5 to 10 miles an hour. Fairly clear skies as we head into the overnight hours. Tomorrow, 34 degrees, so we will be a little bit cooler as we head into the day tomorrow. 35 in Des Moines, 35 in Carroll, 32 at the freezing mark for you in Fort Dodge. So you're going to want that winter jacket probably again tomorrow. But tomorrow will be fairly mild compared to where we're headed. Our forecast for tomorrow, though, 34 degrees here in Ames. So as you're walking to class, no snow or anything like that. So it should be a great end to your week. And then, like I said, temperatures doing a bit of a roller coaster here. 45 degrees by the time we head into Saturday. 48, this will feel nice on your Sunday. But then look at this, they start to bottom out. 19 degrees on your Tuesday, 17 on Wednesday. Probably waking up on Wednesday morning. Look at that, 5 degrees with wind chills potentially below zero. So make sure to bundle up.
Thanks for that forecast, Anthony. Now let's take another look at that trivia question again. How many people are giving their senior thesis on Monday? Is it A, 40, B, 27, C, 16, or D, 9?
I wish it was 40. I really do.
I do too.
I wish there was that many people in our classes.
I still think it's 40.
Oh, you think it's 40?
Yeah. There might be a few people who have to put one in together last minute, like a couple of the people in our major, actually, if we're going to get 40 to present tomorrow. But actually, the real answer for that question is the lowest number, 9. So kind of a smaller class this year, and just not too many people doing senior thesis, but that's fine. We'll have a good show, keep some people entertained with our weather data.
A good morning on Monday, that's for sure.
Yep.
So if you're up and early, come check it out.
Or don't.
Or don't.
Whatever you want. Don't ask us questions.
We'll be there.
There's
so.
a pizza lunch.
There is a pizza lunch, though. Anyways, that concludes tonight's show. Please be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. You can find every show on the YouTube under Size Eyes channel. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you Tuesday.